Hi everyone, and I'm leaving off where I left off on the last video with the foam pads. And one of the things I wanted to show you is that I did show you the difference in the thicknesses of the pads, how the smaller the number, the thinner it is. But one of the things I wanted to show you up close was the difference in the size of a 2.5 versus a 5. And you can just see these squares, how these squares are just a little bit, they're 5 by 5 milliliters, so they're bigger, and these are tinier. And you might say, well, Darlene, what do I need the different ones for? And what you need them for is, the little ones are for these little tiny spaces, like little tiny branches that come out, or little areas where you just need a tiny dot. You can't beat these 2 by 5 square pieces. The bigger ones, of course, you have a lot of big spaces you want to fill up, so you don't want to be using and picking these off with your tweezers, or I do recommend tweezers, I use tweezers for mine, or your fingers, and putting a lot down when you can just grab a few of these. My preference is I like thinner pads opposed to thicker pads, but it all depends. My recommendation to you is buy an assortment, because you will be going back and forth through thick and thin. I use a lot more thinner ones than I do thick. Some people use the glues that dry clear, silicone glue, and that works well too. I'm just use foam dots, I always have, and I went to the glue, thought I liked the glue better, and then I actually went back to the foam dots, because when I saw years later what happened to my glue, how it kind of wrinkled the paper a little bit, I wasn't too happy with that, and plus the glue's really stinky, at least the ones I had. Now I think I'm going to break this up into 3 videos so I don't have to rush, and I'm going to show you first what Jenny made with these kind, the Creatief Art ones. These are the ones that had no foam pads in them, but they did have the envelopes, so that's kind of a trade-off there. And this was the kit 80433, and with this kit Jenny made this card. Now here's how the card would go through the mail. It's flat and it's dimensional at the same time. See there? Let me bring that up. See those foam dots there and how it adds the thickness? And when you look at the card straight on, it's so beautiful. It looks like it's just jumping out at you. It's paper towel is what it really is. Now they take it a step further, because what you do is you take these cards and you bend them where they're already scored and all ready to go, and there's a little flap there that catches it, so it's made to stand up all on its own. And then there's the sentiment there, thinking of you. So when you send this to a person, it comes nice and flat, and they put it on their desk or their mantle or whatever, and they have this beautiful card that just is made to stand up all on its own. And they're really easy to make, and they are elegant. So you may say to me, Darlene, do I really need these? Why do I need these? I have my dies, I have this. I'll tell you why I need these. You need these when you need to make a quick, no-brainer card, or you've been on your computer in your craft room too long, and your husband's arguing, kind of saying, will you watch some TV and spend some time with me? So you sit there and you watch, those shows we don't care too much for, those violent action shows that they all think are so great. And you can sit here and make one of those cards. Just put some kind of board on your lap, something thick, and you can pop out one of these cards. And we all have those times where we just don't want to think about making a card. We don't know what to make that person. Somebody has just, passed away, and here's a great thinking of you card. You can go in your room, grab these out, and you have a card made in an instant. I always have a huge supply of card kits on hand. Now, some of the things I want to point out are, here are some of the white peel-offs, and these aren't in these kits. I think Jenny took that from the other kits, which I will go through. But you can add to these edges any kind of element that makes it your own. And besides it sticking out by itself, it's gorgeous, but add more to it. And that's why I want to show you Jenny's other samples. So the next one was the Creatief Kit number 3. And this was the one 80432. And Jenny sent me as a sample the beautiful rose one, which I told you has these little droplets here, and those to me are just saying, oh my gosh, add some of that clear dimensional glue that dries clear, the gel. And of course, let me show you again. It just folds up like this and pops up there, and there's your beautiful card. And this one says best wishes, and here she added some more peel-offs, and some peel-offs to the edges, and that's how she embellished. Now you don't get the embellishments with these, but that just gives you an idea of how you can do that and how gorgeous that is. Okay, now the next one is Creative Art number 1. This is the one we opened and showed you what was in the kit, and it's number 80430. And again, comes in the envelope all flat like this, and then your person gets it, and they do this and put it there, and they have this beautiful stand-up card. This one says best wishes, and it looks to me like she stamped that. And of course, all your stamps or any of your things that you can run off your computer and get them on there. And here she added some beautiful pearls, and she matched them there, which is a really elegant touch. Let me bring that up closer to show you. And then just look at these, at how the dimension is, how that dimension just pops out at you. It almost makes you want to just like pick the flower up. It's so pretty. These are wonderful cards and so easy to make. Oh, and notice that she punched here a little bit, and it looks to me like she might have added some Versamark ink here. It's a little on the edges. It's a little bit more color. So you can, make them as detailed as you like. And then here you can kind of see along the edge they added a shadow, and that gives it some dimension. And then the last kit, she made 2. Yay! We get 2 samples to show you. And this is the number 2 kit of the Creative Art, 80431. And the first one, I've got it all standing up here for you. It says, hello friend, and stamped it. Then she used some of the white peel-offs there. And then I just want to show you again just how that stands out. Who wouldn't want to receive this as a card? And who would believe you made it when you sign the back and say you made that? People will be like, you did? And then I just want to show you, because you can see here kind of good. See all those foam dots just sticking up there? There's a good shot of that. How you add them, just kind of, and keep adding them and layer. And they're all numbered, so you guys can figure this out. I send out little 3D things, and people are saying, how do I do these, Darlene? Well, now you've got a real easy way to do it, and an explanation. And again, the last one, beautiful assortment set of flowers. Stand it up like that. How pretty is that? And it says birthday wishes again, and this time she took corner punches. Look at how nice that is, and some pearls here and there. I think that's a really elegant touch. That was a really nice idea on Jenny's part to add those. Just be careful with these, because in the mail these will poke holes in your card, so you may want to put like a little padded mailer or some bubble wrap in between the layers so you don't ruin your card, because it would be a shame to make such a beautiful card like this. And again, I'm going to bring that up really close so you can just see the dimension. And again, there are the foam dots. Now those are the floral kits. Those are for everyday use, for anything you might want to send a beautiful card for. And I'm going to go on to the next one, to the holiday ones, which in my opinion are even more beautiful because of the shininess and the dimension and all the extras they add to the kit. See you in the next video. Bye.